Hello Aries, this is your May forecast. We start out the month on the 3rd of May with a powerful full moon in Scorpio. And this full moon for you is happening in your 8th house. So wherever a full moon happens in your chart shows you an area that you need to look at. It's going to be an emotional full moon. This area that it's falling in is all to do with money and finance, and particularly to do with the way you handle money, maybe with banks, with a mortgage, with a loan, with insurance, with taxes. It's all connected with that area. It's shining a light maybe on areas of your life that you'd like to keep secret, that you'd like to kind of little bit push under the carpet. It's going to bring those things out into the open. So that's what this moon is calling from you. It's also looking at how you deal with intimacy. Do you kind of shy away from getting really close to somebody? Or do you face maybe whatever fears you have about getting close? Then we have on the 6th of May a very nice aspect. We've got the Sun actually exactly trine to Pluto. So this is a powerful day, a day when you may feel quite confident, especially with anything connected with your career, to go ahead with something. Where if you've been dealing with an authority figure that's perhaps been a little difficult, this will be the day to deal with it and to take your power as well in anything financial. Then on the 8th of May, we've got Venus, planet of love, planet also of money, going into your 4th house, Aries. So here, this Venus here, it's a lovely time to do something at home, to beautify your home in some way, to do something that's uplifting, maybe get a new picture, a new cushion that brightens things up, to brighten your environment up in some way. It's also a good time to do something, to have friends over, family over. If there's been any kind of discord with family, this is a great time for things to be smoothed over and easier after the 8th of May. The big news about this month of May is that Mercury does go retrograde. Now, it's not until the 18th of May, but what's important is that from the 1st of this month, Mercury, planet of communications, is going to be in Gemini until the July 8th. So that means Mercury is going to be in one sign, Gemini, its ruler, for almost 2 and a bit months. Well, usually Mercury stays in a sign for about 3 weeks, thereabouts. So this is a long period of Mercury in Gemini. What does this mean? Well, Mercury is going to be in your 3rd house all this time. So Aries, Mercury looks at your thinking patterns, your ideas, what's going on in your mind. When Mercury goes retrograde from the 18th of this month until June 11th, it's a good time to reflect over the things you've been doing. You're probably going to be very busy. This is going to be a busy month, especially because on the 13th of the month, Mars comes into this house, joining Mercury. So beware of making rash decisions, rushing into something, maybe blurting your mouth at something and afterwards you go, whoops, kind of shouldn't have said that. So use this time maybe to write down something that's bugging you or annoying you, but maybe just don't blurt it out, at least not without thinking first. You may be tempted to make impulsive decisions. Again, during the retrograde, it's time to reflect on all the busyness, all the things you've had to do, in inverted commas, between all the things. It's about being. During the Mercury retrograde, it's a time to be rather than necessarily such a doing time. It's a wonderful time for those of you who write, who need to communicate, who need to sell something, negotiate something. This is going to be a wonderful time for you. And during the retrograde, especially if you're getting a deal going or you're starting something for the first couple of weeks of the month, during the retrograde, it could actually come to fruition. So retrograde, there can be miscommunications. There's no question about that. And we all will have various challenges, I'm sure, during this retrograde connected with maybe technology or communications of some sort. And the Mars is going to energize your thinking. You may feel as though you're way ahead of somebody else. You know, they're repeating something and you've heard it and you don't want to hear it again. Try to breathe and try to just remember that by staying calm and not getting your mind aggravated, you're not going to get stuck into something that could end up in an argument or something that's unpleasant. So it's a wonderful month for learning, for studying, for sharing information. Wonderful month for that. As far as your mind is concerned, this would also be a wonderful month to devote time to meditating, time to learning just how to relax and to find some peace in your life, because it's going to be so busy. Now, the 14th to the 15th of May, we've got an opposition between Mars and Saturn going on. So Mars wants you to push ahead, and Saturn says, well, hang on a minute, have you got the right kind of structure to move forward? So this opposition could mean that maybe you're rushing to an appointment and you've forgotten your important papers. It could mean that you need to study some more and learn some more before you can distribute this information, these ideas, get this business going, get the kind of work you want. So Saturn's kind of just holding you back a little. So the 14th and 15th could be a little frustrating in a way, but it's only a couple of days. What it wants you to do more than anything is to focus your energy. If you can focus on one thing that's really important and not go in a million different directions, that energy will really serve you. On the 17th of May, we have got a lovely new moon in Taurus, and it's happening in your house of money, Aries. So opportunities for new beginnings as far as money is concerned. A clean sweep, maybe a debt, finding a way to get through a debt, finding a better deal on it, getting a new idea of yours out there, going for a new job, thinking about a new direction that could bring you some extra money. But this is certainly new beginnings for your finances and the way you think about finances. So I've mentioned on the 18th, this is when Mercury goes retrograde, which is the time to relax, reassess, maybe redo something, refine something. This is what is great to do during Mercury retrograde. And on the 22nd of May, we've got the Sun also coming into this third house. So it's energizing for you this month, everything, Aries, to do with how you think, how you speak, how you communicate, how you interact with other people. This is what's really being triggered from you this month. It's a huge focus in that life area. Now, we've also got on the 29th of May, we've got Mercury making a lovely trine aspect to Neptune here, which is a lovely creative day. Time when you can just tune into things more easily. It's great for you, anything that's artistic. It's a really good day for compassion, for tuning in to feeling what other people are going through and really tune into that and really just sending them positive energies. So really this month, Aries, yes, we've got this Uranus energy still going on. Wherever a planet is, it always affects the opposite sign. And so we've had that eclipse last month, which happened in your 7th house. We had the lunar eclipse. So there's a huge amount still going on, Aries, for you in your relationships. How you see them, what you want, what you don't want. There's a lot of change happening. Try to go with those changes. The more you go with those changes, the more new things can come in. I really attest to that. I resisted the change of an ending of a relationship. And the more that I go through it, and yes, experience the pain of it when I look back at it, but when I start thinking about living in the now and all the new things that can come in, I can see some wonderful opportunities that are even better than what I had. So that's what's at stake here for you, Aries. I think it's going to be a very busy month, so make sure you do get that time out. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.